This is the story of a widowed mother named Amara and a tech entrepreneur named Kelvin. One lived in silence and struggle. The other lived in soundproof glass offices, surrounded by innovation and luxury. But one ordinary evening in Abuja, their worlds collided in a way that neither could have imagined. And what happened next would stay with them forever. It was Wednesday, the kind of day where the heat hangs thick in the air, but by evening the sky is soft. The rush hour had begun, and the roads are worse, too buzzed with car horns, motorbikes, and tired footsteps. People rushed home with bags, briefcases, or baskets in hand. On a concrete bench beside a quiet suya stall sat Amara, a woman in her early 30s. Her eyes were gentle but shadowed with exhaustion. Beside her sat Shibu, her 7-year-old son. His uniform shirt was clean but frayed at the collar, and his school sandals were taped to the edges. He held a torn notebook in one hand, a tiny pencil in the other. Even as the sun dipped lower, he was scribbling sums. He whispered them aloud, 12 plus 5, 17. Then glanced up at his mother, hoping for praise. Amara smiled, brushing his cheek with fingers rough from roasting corn over firewood. "Correct, my genius," she said softly. "Tomorrow we'll solve bigger ones, but tomorrow." She wasn't sure they'd even have food. That day had been slow. No customers came for roasted corn. The stall she borrowed wasn't hers, and the woman who owned it had warned her not to waste space. Amara had no money left in her wrapper, not even enough for sachet water. She looked at Shiva's legs, dusty from walking, tired from standing. She sighed. Had deserved more. Had deserved light. But all she could give tonight was the last piece of corn she had saved from lunch. "Eat it," she said, placing it in his small hand. He looked at her, confused. "What about you, Mama?" "I'm not hungry," she lied with a soft laugh. "My belly is full from watching you learn." A group of university students walked by. One of them glanced at Tamara and whispered, "They always sit here. Is she really selling anything?" Another scoffed. "Some people do this to guilt trip. You watch tomorrow, she'll be here again." Amara pretended not to hear. She was used to the whispers. What hurt more was when people stared at her son as if he didn't belong in that busy, clean world. Shibu tugged at her wrapper. "Mama, what's viral?" Amara blinked. "Where did you hear that?" "On the radio at school. They said someone's idea went viral and he became a millionaire." She smiled, even though her heart was aching. IT means something spreads fast, like good news. Across the road, in a tinted white, Tubing was sitting in the back seat. He was barely 35, but already the CEO of a buzzing tech startup that had just landed a foreign investor yield. He wore a smart black shirt, Apple Watch on his wrist, phone in hand. But today, he was tired of meetings, deadlines, and noise. He just wanted jollof and peace. As he waited for his driver to return with food, he looked out the window. That's when he saw her, the woman on the bench. She wasn't asking for anything. She wasn't holding a cardboard sign or blocking traffic. She was just there, tired, worn, but calm. Her son was doing maths. She watched him the way a mother watches her future. With quiet hope, Kelvin leaned forward. That used to be him. His mother had sold puff-puff by the roadside to pay his school fee. He remembered the long walks, the picking fairs, the times she gave him her only meal and said she wasn't hungry. He knew this story because he had lived it. His driver returned food. "Sir," but Kelvin didn't respond. He kept looking. "Drive up to that woman," he said suddenly. "Sir?" I said, "Move closer." The Sioux rolled forward slowly. Calvin stepped out before the driver could open the door. Amara looked up, alarmed. A tall man in designer shoes was walking toward her in the middle of dusty pavement. "Good evening," Calvin said gently. Amara stood up quickly, instinctively pulling Chibu close. "Please, I don't want any trouble." "No trouble," he interrupted. "I just noticed your son has doing math." Chibu nodded shyly. "I want to be an engineer," he said. "Like the man we read about in school, who built a bridge in Ghana." Kelvin knelt to Chibu's level. "That's a good dream," he said, "and with the right help you'll get there." He turned to Amara. "You're doing something amazing. I know it's not easy." Amara was still confused. "Do you work for the government?" she asked. Calvin smiled. "No, just someone who believes in second chances." He reached into his pocket and handed her a business card. "I run a tech foundation. We support mothers like you and children like him. There is a scholarship program and small business grants. Come by tomorrow at 9. Amara stared at the card like it might vanish. "Why?" she whispered. Calvin stood up. "Because someone once gave me a chance too, and it changed everything." He looked at Chibu's Kitunya Sam's tramp. "I'll see you soon." He walked back to the CV and drove off without waiting for a thank you. That's not why he did it. Amara sat down slowly, still holding the card. Chibu leaned on her arm. "Mama, is this our viral moment?" She laughed, really laughed, for the first time in weeks. "Yes, my son," she said. "Maybe it is." If you enjoyed this video, please support us by subscribing and liking the video. Oh, before I forget, drop your opinion in the comments. If this was a good story, see you in the next